any challenge. They know their duty, but can they stop this new, faceless opponent? A mystery to be revealed at BIONICLE.com.
Hello, it's Retroaction and welcome to the Bionicle B1 review. This is 8601 for Toa Vakama, released by LEGO in the winter wave of 2004. Well, actually, when it comes to Bionicle, I used the name Nuju since 2018. Back when I tried doing Bionicle reviews then. Yes, I'll probably stick with that. That's my Bionicle name that I came up with all those a few years ago, 2018-19. Around there. Yeah, I think it was 2018. Anyway, so yep, this is Toa Vakama. So as you can see, we've got his canister here. We've got like the Matoran sphere shape at the top. If you had two of these, you could actually put this together. Each one has this at the top, and you could make a Matoran sphere from the 2004 storyline where Makuta placed the Matoran in the spheres to erase their memories, wipe their memories of Metru Nui. Now we've got Bionicle, www.bionicle.com, Toa Vakama, got him in the pose there, shooting the Krekka disc, promotional CD-ROM included. Got a picture of Vakama there, and you got Metru Nui, you got Toa and Onewa, Vakama, Whenua, Vakama, Nuju and Matau from Po Metru, Ga Metru, Oni Metru, Ta Metru, Ko Metru, and Lhikan. Telemetry Head. Then you got the web code, 2004 Lego. Yep, there it is, pretty cool. Got that smoke, Lego, very cool stuff. It's not fighting the more Berserk on there, but it's in the Great Furnace by it looks like. It's some time extra in it now. So yep, here we are, so yep, we're in 2004. Alright, well, to start off, Metru Nui is my favourite location in Bionicle, so you can see where this is going. Right, so yep, this is Toa Vakama. Now this disc is incorrect, so let's take that out. It is meant to come with that one, but seeing I got it from Oxfam and it wasn't checked, that piece is missing. Also, not quite sure which ones of these is incorrect. Probably this one, because it sticks out. At least it's the right colour. It's not the right piece. It's quite a rare piece in that colour, I think. I haven't seen it often. Either way, so yep, this is Toa Vakama. So we are here with the Toa Metru. Now, starting off, there's definitely a more biomechanical look going on with these guys. As you can see, you've got like the concealed gears in there. You can see them, but pretty cool. There is a gear function. Turn it, and both arms move now. And not only that, but these guys continue the trend set with the Rakshi, because not only do we have bending legs, but we now have bending elbows as well, and a movable head. So this is definitely points up from the Toa Metru and Toa Nui in terms of the posability. And these are just as iconic. Well, they are quite iconic characters. Of course, this is the Turaga Mata Nui because Toa or Metru Nui, because we went back in time for 2004-2005. After Taka Nui defeated Makuta and everyone left Mata Nui, Metru Nui was revealed. And it was revealed that the Turaga and Mata Nui were once Toa and Metru Nui. And they share this design with Toa Lhikan as well. And Toa Haga, we'll get to them later on. Well, Toa Haga, I don't have Toa Lhikan. Which, again, we have lots of new pieces. Now, another thing that 2004 introduced is the darker colours. As you can see, we've already got the darker colours and the grey, which would see a lot more later down the line, to the point where they have to revert things back to more elemental colour schemes, because people got very annoyed with the amount of grey and silver showing up, which would be definitely a thing later on. The mask is the Great Mask of Concealment, the Whenua, the same mask that he has a Turaga, but this is obviously a more powerful version, being this is Toa 1. So this is the Great Mask of Concealment, whereas it would be the Noble Mask of Concealment for his Turaga form after he transformed into Turaga. his weapon is a Kanoka disc launcher, which if I give him Nui's disc, because it's got 117 on it, I'm pretty sure that's Nui's. It is a Toa Metru disc, but either way, the function of this is, well, it's the same as seen on Slicer and Matoran. They reused it, which is quite cool. Given this was this is used in the very, the predecessor to BIONICLE, Slicer and then Rover Riders, and then BIONICLE. So it's cool that they're using that again after the Matoran in 2001, which is the last time we saw these in black. These are now glow in the dark. Won't show it because there isn't much glow left in that. Some of the other ones glow quite well. I did open up one of the Vahki a few days back. Its disc is brand new, so I'll show it there. But right here, yeah, this doesn't work too well. Right, we've got the silver Kanoka disc launcher. Like I said, the articulation's amazing. We also have lots of new pieces, but first of all, we've got 3 points of articulation. We've got one at the ankle, one at the leg, 2 at the legs. Got one at the elbow and one at the hand, maybe shoulder, but it's just attached to the gear function. Which the way this is it's attached via an axle on both sides. So that's pretty cool. But these guys also, well, these are definitely, a lot of people do like these Toa sets, because again they are clone sets, but these Toa look a lot more biomechanical than the ones, than the Toa Mata and Toa Nui. Toa Mata / Toa Nui, they're the same Toa team, just got upgraded, that we saw in Mata Nui, because after all, these are from a city. A city that existed before the Matoran were on the tropical island that we saw at the start of BIONICLE. So it makes sense for them to not look that different from each other, because they're not meant to look different, because they're in the city. They're meant to look like they're from the same place. So this works a lot better than it does on Toa Metru. Yep, so either way, so it's just attached by an axle and it moves both arms, but you can still pose it. Of which new pieces, well, we have the Toa Metru foot, Toa Metru limb, Toa Metru armour, Toa Metru waist piece. All those pieces we'll see later on. We've got the Toa Metru like torso section as well, which this would even turn out to be a game counter piece later on, that piece there in red. Yep, we'll see this later on. Some of the other Toa Metru builds they use, some of the other Toa they used the Toa Metru build for. This piece might be new for Toa Metru, I'm not quite sure, but this definitely is a new armour piece, which was also shaded in gold with Toa Lhikan. And we have the Whenua, the Mask of Concealment, which is a new mask for this guy, but it'll be used a bit later on as well, once more. And we have the new Toa Metru head. Now this is quite cool, because we now have the new eye stock with it. And finally, the head is on a ball joint and is actually posable, because before it was fixed in place, and this head would be used for a lot of, like, well, point up to the 2009, so that's pretty cool. With Toa Mata Nui, I believe, is the last set to use it, but this head would be used right up till the end, pretty much. As far as posability goes and gear functions, these were the best Toa sets in that regard up until Generation 2 came along with its first Toa wave, the Toa Masters. It perfected what the formula these guys created with, you know, posability and also a gear function. For a time, these guys were the best Toa sets. They combined both in a great way. But the 2015 Toa outdid them in the end. But these guys are still definitely seen. These Toa Metru are definitely some of the best Toa sets we ever got from the original BIONICLE. They look pretty cool. The darker colours work quite well here. Of course, there was combination models for these guys as well, but I can't really do that without instructions. And this is the only Toa Metru I've got. Of which, one last thing is the Kanoka disc launcher was really cool, and it was shown in the storyline and everything, and it can attach to its back, so you can use that for storage. That's really cool, and all the new pieces used here would be used later on and would be very important, and they look really cool, and it's got this really cool biomechanical look, and yeah, the Toa Metru are just awesome. Very cool, and some of the iconic characters were introduced in 2001, shown in their previous Toa forms, and that's pretty cool. Definitely better than the Toa Lhikan, which I don't have any of those, which is what they were mutated into for 2005. Well, but yeah, Metru Nui is a very cool location, my favourite of the Bionicle universe. That's including Barra Magna and the rest of the planets. Because it all happened on Aqua Magna, because they were inside a giant robot the whole time. Yeah, really cool. This eye stock piece is great. The Toa Metru head will be used a lot more. These pieces might be new as well, but as you can see, we've got the introduction of the grey and darker red, darker colour schemes, which they'll have to get away from eventually because people got annoyed about it. But this is a great build, looks really cool, and I love the way the gears are concealed and everything, because it just looks really robotic. And yeah, there we go. This has been Retroaction with Toa Vakama. Really cool. Set number is 8601. Really cool set. The Toa Metru are definitely some of the best Toa. So there we have it. Not the most unique, because they're all the same, but they do look really cool, and after all, they're all from the same place. They're just meant to fit in with the rest of the city, so Metru Nui. So that kind of works in their favour. Shame I don't have the correct disc, but overall, really cool to finally have one of these. And I've had one for about 2 years now. So yeah, anyway, Retroaction. I'll see you next time when we look at the Summer Wave of 2004 canister sets, the Vahki, which will have the Fire, the Toa Metru Vahki, just to go over the Toa of Fire. We've got the Vahki of Fire, Nuurakh. See you all then. Bye for now.